Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I have an unboxing of Pure in Heart, which releases Friday, October 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you have that on your calendar. You won't want to miss this kit. There are so many good things in this kit. I can't wait to show you, but let me start off with the kit and the little goodie bag. So I'm going to move these to the side and start with those two things. And let's do the goodie bag first. So first you have your thank you card. You have your little hashtag BytheWell4God _Pure in Heart. And like I stated last month, they have changed a little bit about the extra goodies. So any time of the month that you order, you are going to get a little goodie bag. $50 and up receives a 2x3 stamp anytime that you order. But during the new kit release, 50 and up receives a 2x3 stamp in their goodie bag as well. That correlates with that kit, usually at least. And then $75 and up may qualify to receive an early bird goodie, which is basically they were doing 300, the first 300 orders before, but you know, so many people couldn't get that, so they were doing now they're doing $75 and up, may qualify you. It's basically until supplies last. So you know, spend $75 and you'll most likely, I mean, get an extra goodie, but it's just while supplies last. So anyways, that was just to clarify that for the goodies. Let's open this up and see what comes this month. So, okay. So we have, it looks like for the $75 and up, you get a fun little magnet. And don't forget to keep your cellophane bags. So it's Colossians 3:16, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in your hearts to God. What a great little magnet to put on the fridge during this time. Or you could put it on your little caddy cart if you have one of those. So that is the $75 and up. Then you have your $50 and up stamp. It looks like a little strawberry basket full of florals, and it says heart on it. Very cute. Then this is just the normal goodies. So we have some orange fabric. Jessa will love this. Jessa loves the color orange. And then blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. Look at that beautiful scene. That's so cool. So you have fabric and little card. Then you have little mini paint chip cards. They've done these before for journaling cards, I believe, and I love using them. You get a lot of them. So these are all the colors. Then you have some postage stamp clear stickers. Beautiful scenery on these as well. Some alpha, tile alphas. And then you have a little sneak peek of December's kit, Let Heaven and Nature Sing. It says, for many people, the carols, hymns, and songs of Christmas can bring feelings of warmth and tradition. For the believer, they prompt additional responses such as worship, praise, or wonder. At Christmas time especially, the child of God ought to sing. Next month, let's look at a few of these songs, some old, some new, some familiar, and some perhaps that you've never heard before. Let's allow the lines from these songs to engender a response in our hearts. Let heaven and nature sing. That is so my style. I love doing hymn studies and just finding out the stories behind the hymns that we sing. And so I think this is going to be really fun. And you have a cute little critter with some nice Christmas decorations and stuff. So I think that will be really cute and fun to work through. Let me put these to the side. So that was the goodie bag. So Tom and Lori definitely take care of us ladies and supply so many extra things that we don't even deserve. So I love them. Love this company. But most importantly about this company is that I love the devotions that they do. They are biblically solid. I can read them and know that I'm hearing truth. And so that is why I absolutely love these. you don't forget to use your canvas bag. It goes through your typewriter too. But anyways, with this, well, it goes through my typewriter. I should clarify. With this devotional, you get a 14-day study, and you have your bibliography in the back. One of the reasons why I love this too is that I can always go in the back and do some more research at what was spoken about in the 14 days. This month it is written by Tom, and let's see, let me get to the little beginning. It says, join us this month as we discover what it means to be pure in heart. It's talking about the Beatitudes. So yeah. Anyways, I'm really excited. We have, let's see, some days. Gregory of Nyssa, not sure if I'm saying that right. Mercy, hunger and thirst, those who mourn, poor in spirit, Sermon on the Mount, peacemakers, persecuted, seeing God, stumbling block, the heart, refining, and pure in heart. So I love these. I usually read through the whole study in one sitting, like I normally say. I do that, and then I star the ones I definitely want to journal in my Bible. I believe I'm going to be working in my Bible for this kit. Last month I did a little soft bound journal. That was fun too, something a little bit different. Very tiny pages. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting back into my Interleave Bible. I have a new one to use, so that should be exciting. So yeah, I'll read through the whole thing, star the ones I definitely want to journal, and then I will read through it as I work through it during the month. So that's what I do. I highlight all the verses that I see, and then I match up these little flashcards and also the journaling cards to each day, so I make sure not to miss out on using them. So that is the devotional. But what else comes in this kit, which is a great price, by the way. So this is $27.50 during pre-sale, and such a good deal. You have your little pure in heart tag with Matthew 5:8, and these little 2 fabric tabbies. I usually deconstruct these and use them separately. Then you have some ephemera, which I'll go through, your kit stamp. So you have a little tiered thing, some mason jars. That's cool. It has different craft supplies. I love this. And then looks like some fruit in a teapot, some tea on a table with a plant, like a bird's eye view, I believe. Yep. Oh, and they even used the little mini tile alphas for the backer to see what it would look like. So that is cool. So that's your kit stamp. Then you have this little baggie of goodies. So you have your Janelle Smith watercolors, which are these right here. So they are super pigmented colors. Let me just make sure you're seeing them nicely. It's just a little dot. However, you can get so much work done with just these little dots of paint. I usually, use my paintbrush and do a little swatch out on some plastic packaging, and that way they don't soak into the watercolor paper, and you're getting the most bang for your buck, basically. So we have a couple different reds, a yellow, a violet, and some blue and green. So that is what we have this month. And then you have your kit sticker, great to use at the beginning of, a book that you're working in, or your TN, or in front of your Bible, so you know what kit you're working through. So these are not vinyl ones. They're just, some white stickers, so don't put it on a water bottle and expect it to stay. But I love using these as a great way to just document your journal, even to take notes in. So those are your little devotional kit sticker. Then we have some clear stickers. So you have this fireplace with these pumpkins, an old barn or house, a little mantle or shelf with different leaves. Look at this bike. This is just a gorgeous kit. Every time I look at it, I fall more in love with it. Get it? But anyways, you also have your washi tapes. So you have like a mosaic print, some scenes. This is like a shelf of all the stuff, some gingham and some leaves. Then you have your little journaling cards. So look at these. I love this one. This one's definitely going in one of my pages. Love that. And then the back side. So if you want to do your own, you know, handwriting or typing it out on a typewriter, whatnot, you can feed these through and use just the back side or make a little tip-in. Then you have some more of these little postage stamps. Now, I believe in the freebie, let me double check. I believe those were on clear sticker paper. Sorry, let's just double check. And they are, let's see, they're a little bit different. So you have the same scene right here, but different colors. So these are clear stickers. These are white stickered. And then you have a couple different scenes as well. Like you don't have the barn on this one. You don't have this lovely little scene on that. So yeah, a little bit different. Let me keep them separate so I don't forget. And then you have your alphas and your numerics. So these are on white sticker paper. Whoops, took it off. And I love the colors for this. So it's just like a fall, I believe it's just florals. But it might be leaves too. I'll have to look at the papers. And then don't forget about this backer. This is what's great is that By the Well doesn't like to let anything go to waste. So your backer actually can be used as well. So you have this lovely scene here and this mosaic right there. So they are the things that come in your little bag. Probably won't be able to get this in because I never can when I'm doing a video. But, oh, it's kind of sliding in. I guess I could do this later. But anyways, we also have your ephemera that comes with the kit. Got it in, guys. It's a new day. So for your ephemera this month, you have a texture of some burlap, which goes great with this kit, with the fall vibes. And you have a clock, a little coffee mug, a pumpkin. Look at these scenes, guys. So beautiful. I love all the doors. That arch. This one reminds me of like going into like a garden house, greenhouse, whatever. And then these are some of my favorites. I love the little chairs. It just makes me feel comfy, cozy. Then you have a bunch of different florals as well, because you can't forget florals. Some in vases, some just clusters. You have your mason jars with little lights here hanging. Then you have your tiered tray. Some more, ooh, I love this. That is really pretty. Some more jars. A little coffee mug again, some more plants in buckets, some lanterns, plants, fireplace, a couple of fireplaces actually, and then some more kind of scenes as, you know, a garden kind of thing. So you have little chickens here, a bookcase full of plants, and then a place to hang your jackets and whatnot. So those are the kit ephemera. Now there is also an add-on that you can get. It's a coordinating die cut. So when you're looking at the extras that you can purchase, there's going to be a duplicate kit die cuts and there's going to be a coordinating die cut. The coordinating die cut is going to be other die cuts that match up with this kit, But if you're not wanting a second set of kit die cuts, do not purchase the duplicate kit die cuts. I mean, I know it's kind of obvious by the names, but just making sure you know. Oh, some of my burlap came unraveled. So that is everything that comes in the kit. So you get a lot of stuff for the price of $27.50. So this is pre-sale price, or it's not even a pre-sale anymore because they are on top of it. So it's just, you know, the sale price when it's released. So that is your kit. Let's move on to some of the extras. So this month you have verse card set. This is with reverence and awe. Now these verses do not go alongside the devotional. Usually that is how they do it, but this month they are doing like a gratitude project with these. So you have your little rings, and then let's open up these verse cards. So with reverence and awe, you have a bunch of different cards to work through gratitude, praise for God's character and creation. Oh, I love this quilt paper. So you have praise for God's character. Let me see if it changes. Yes. So you have a bunch of different praise for God's character and creation. You can see what that is on the bottom. Look at these beautiful cards. And then let me move a little forward. Ah, I'm falling, making things fall. Just trying to get to the next. Okay. Gratitude for God's blessing is the next section. So you have that. Let me just, then the next is thanks for God's provision and sacrifice. Gratitude and worship and service. And praise and prayer and thanksgiving, thanksgiving and victory and triumph. And I think that is about it for that. And then it looks like you get some extras at the end as well to make maybe your own notes or praise and thanksgiving. So with reverence and awe is that little gratitude kit this month. Now you could do this separately from the devotion, obviously, or you can do it alongside. But like I said, it's not in correlation. It does have the same graphics. So if you get, you know, like the extra die cuts or whatnot, you can use that with this if you want to spruce it up even more. But that is the little gratitude kit this month. So let's talk about some of these extras. I'm just going to grab a couple from the side. I'm trying to leave the stamps over there so I can show you those next. We'll leave stencils over there as well, and paper. Okay, so what we have for extras. So these are kind of your basic, always kind of there extras. So you have your journaling cards, pure in heart. It looks like each one might be different. So that's kind of different. Let's see. So they are dock grid on the back side with this lovely waffle texture. You'll see that in a couple minutes. But look at these beautiful scenes. This would be a great way to start a cluster too if you're wanting to work in your journal or Bible and making different clusters. These are great ways to start that. You'll see kind of that waffle texture in the background there. So those are your journaling cards. Then you have mini stickers. So these are great for planners or if you're working in your mini Bibles, mini pocket Bibles. So these ones you get 8 mini clear stickers in 4 different designs. So 2 of each design. They like to stick together. So I even like using these in my big interleave Bible. If I'm making, you know, a small little cluster, it's a great way to use them that way as well. And look at these little trucks. Ah, I love them. So those are your mini stickers. Then you have your mini tile alphas. They are definitely a staple for BytheWell4God ladies. So this month you're getting, same as always, but 5 sheets. So you have a blue, an orange, a reddish orange. Oops. I might have gotten an extra. Oops. A yellow, and kind of reminds me of like pumice stone. It's kind of like a dirty gray. But yeah, I don't think I was supposed to get 2, but that's usually what they are, is just 5 sets. Sometimes you get bonuses, guys. Pretty fun here. So you have your tile alphas, then you have your labels. These are some of my favorite. I love how we have solid colors. So if you don't use them all, you can use them in other kits. That's why I love saving these and using them. I use them for all sorts of projects. But you have a blue, and a green, a yellow, that reddish orange, and an orange. One's dot grid, one's graph, and one's lined. They go beautifully through my typewriter as well. That's basically how I always use them. Sometimes I use them just to layer, but a lot of times I'll use them in my typewriter. Let's see. We'll do mini file folders since they're sitting here. So you have 8 mini file folders, and they are different designs on either side. So you can fold them this way, or you can fold them this way and get a different look. So one's going to be a little bit more of a plain design. So you have the florals with green. Then you have mason jars with that wood grain. That is beautiful. Then you have like a neutral pumpkin and like a gray wood grain. That mosaic with the waffle. I love this. I'm so excited for this. And then this is my favorite probably folder, is that quilt design. And look at this plaid. Love this. Then you have little boots. They look like little hunter boots, rain boots. Love that. I love the dark color of this. It's really pretty. And then, ooh, that's neat too. Never seen that. Kind of like a typewritten font in the background with some leaves. And then you have another print with some kind of greenish leaves in the background, and then burlap with gingham. So some great folder designs this month to use. Then you have your clear alphas, so you can use most of these over your Bible. If you're using just like a 2-inch margin Bible, you can put these over the text and still read them, except for like the designs or really dark colors. So you have that floral design, a red. You might even still be able to read through the red, I believe. A darker orange, a bluish gray, green, and tan, and brown. So you get 7 of those alphas. Then we have the regular size clear stickers. And what I like to do with these is I like to make my own ephemera. I don't use clear stickers often. I did use one actually during this past kit on this page right here. So you can see how they just kind of melt into the page. So if you have something that you want to do and just create something coming out of a cluster maybe on a white page, you know, they will melt into it and look very nice. However, that's not how I usually use them. I usually create my own ephemera with them, and that way I have double the ephemera. But let's see, we have florals this month. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm so making my own ephemera with these. That is so fun. Then you have your plants and some washi. So you have some coffee washi, fireplace, that waffle knit, and the florals and mosaic. Then look at this. You have all 14 days of title starters. So this correlates with the title of each day. So if you want to use that, then you'll know exactly what day it's from. So excited about those. So those are your add-on clear stickers that are not the mini, just the regular size. And then we have also the TN journals. I chose set number 2. Actually, I didn't even choose set number 2. I just said send me either one, because journal set number 1 is honestly just as beautiful as well. But set 2 is the mason jars and this pretty little print. I believe set 1 has a scene on it as well, with maybe the waffle print. I'm not positive, but both of them I remembered were beautiful. We have our slides again. So I like to use the slides with mica tiles. They are a mica, kind of like acetate, or you could use acetate or just clear packaging to make that plasticky or glass kind of look. So you have this one. This one has, I'll have to look really close. It is some words. I can't tell what, because my eyes aren't working. But it has some like typewritten font in the back. Some mason jars, that waffle knit barns. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at this, guys. You don't even need to put anything in here. I would just put like a mica tile and make, that's what I would do. I'll probably just do that. So a beautiful scene, some burlap print, that quilted pattern again, the wood grain, mosaic, and some gingham. And these are the same on both sides because Tom made it so that when you fold them up, they match perfectly. So you can't even see the edges. So that is something special about that you don't get when you just use normal paper with a slide die. So those are slides. Then you have your flashcards. So with the flashcards, I know I've explained it before, but for new people, what happens is there are 2 sets of flashcards. They have different words for each pack, but each pack goes through all 14 days of the devotional. So say there's like 4 verses in day 1, they'll do the first verse on pack 1, the second verse on pack 2, the third verse on pack 1, the 4th verse on pack 2. So you don't need both sets. However, a lot of people do buy both sets because it's nice to have them, and they're going to be in different patterns, and obviously have different verses and words. So you have kind of like a wood grain one. This is totally my style, and I love the alpha that's on them too. And like always, BytheWell always puts their little barcode on a little fun piece of pattern paper. I like to save those because sometimes you need that little design of pattern paper, and I often use them as just a layering piece. So I'm not sure which one's set 1 and set 2, but you can see online when you go purchase. The second one is going to be like tone on tone florals, it looks like. So we have a bunch of different colors. With that, some nice rich colors, and then you have that quilted pattern on the back of that one. And then let's talk about that coordinating die cut set. So the coordinating die cut set is, like I said, going to be completely different than what we have going on in the kit die cut set. You do not get a texture with this one. You also do not get a texture with the duplicate die cut set. So say you don't get the kit, but you want the die cuts, you're not going to get that burlap fabric in the duplicate die cut set. So that's just a heads up there. But it looks like we have some leaves and some journaling spots, that bookcase with the plants, and a little porch scene with there's some barns in this one, a bunch of different barns. Then you have that little truck again with pumpkins, some more plants. And look at this, more little comfy, cozy chairs. Another clock. And you have some more flowers. Flowers with vases. Another leaf. This is a dark floral piece. That's kind of cool. Oop. A jar, hanging little jar. Some baskets or buckets of florals. And another scene. Another journaling spot right there. And a door. So that's all that comes in the coordinating die cut set. Let's try to get this all back in. And let's move on to the paper. Paper is beautiful this month. We got a sneak peek of it. So this is a 6x8 pack. They also have a 6x6 pack of paper, but definitely the 6x8 pack is more popular. So you get 24 double-sided papers, 3 of each design. So you have this big display case, then some gingham, this mosaic, and then the waffle knit. Then you have the florals and burlap, mason jars, and wood. And do you see what they're doing? So I know I've mentioned this before too, but they have like a busier side and then a calmer side, kind of like one that's easier to stamp on than the busier side. So you have the farms or barns, and then a dark burlap. This beautiful one that was a mini file folder as well. So you have that typed out print with the leaves, and then, okay, here's that one. Okay, so it's the verse, blessed are the poor in spirit. So yeah, you have that whole verse written out, and it's not typewriter font. It's actually the font that is for this month. So now that I see it a little bit bigger, I can show you. Actually, you know what? Let me see if you can see up close. So really pretty design with just the words. Then you have that neutral pumpkin paper and a gray wood grain. And then look at this one. This one has the verse in the background, like inlaid in the design. But you have this beautiful scene. And then probably one of my favorites, this mustard kind of yellow plaid, watercolor plaid. So those are your papers for this month. And let's go on to stencils. So stencils for this month, you have dahlias, you have farmhouse ceiling. So this mosaic look again, which you can definitely duplicate. I believe this is repeating as well. And it looks like this one as well. So Tom's done an amazing job and done all these as repeating patterns. I mean, look at these scattered leaves. I can only imagine using maybe some embossing powders or embossing glazes and making a really cool design with this stencil. But this probably has my heart this month. I love this one, but I just love how versatile this one is. So that's probably going to be a go-to for me. And then, you know, you can't have enough flowers, so this one is a good one as well. So those are all 3 of the stencils. And then lastly, let me get out the stamps. So first off, let me talk about this one. This is the kit stamp sorry, not the kit stamp. Sorry, this was my stamp for my retreat last 2 months ago, now that this is going to be released in September. So this was this year's, my 2023 retreat, Blessed Assurance. That was the theme of the retreat. And so I wanted a hymn because I love the design of hymns, and I decided to keep it a very clean stamp and not grungy. You can stamp a clean stamp grungy, but you can't make a grungy stamp clean. you know, if you understand what I'm saying. So like on the back, you can see how it's kind of stamped grungy, but there's so many different ways you could use this. So you could make your own little hymn book paper, stamp it and use it as a cluster piece and just do that. You could do this as a whole background. I just used it in here. I am referring to this a lot, but it's just because I just finished this up. So I just used it as kind of a background element in this little page. You can see it right here as well. These are just some pieces of ledger paper that I had stamped on. Now, I didn't try to get a clear impression on this. I just wanted a very natural kind of grungy look. So I didn't stamp it down all the way. So when you do a stamp like this and you want it really grungy, you kind of just, let me take the backer off. I keep it on this plastic piece and I will ink it up, and then I will just kind of rock it in different ways and kind of keep it, you know, still, but so it's not like moving. So I'm not like rubbing it on the paper, but I'm just going to rock it. So that's kind of the way I do it, or I just press down, or I lift up and press down over here. And that's how I get my kind of grungy look. But if you want a clear impression, I would suggest using like a stamp platform to get the best impression. So I could put this on my stamp platform right here and put a piece of paper on and get a very clear impression with that. Or you can put it on a block. But with big stamps like this, I think a stamp platform works the best. But if you're going directly into your Bible, you could definitely use a block. So this is Blessed Assurance. This is an add-on stamp. So it's not part of the 5 that you can add on to your kit. This is just an extra one. I shouldn't say it's an add-on stamp. It's an extra stamp that you have to purchase separately from the kit. There's also a retro stamp that is a cute little truck. I don't have a picture of it right now, but it's from the Grateful in All Seasons kit from 2017. And is actually the kit stamp from that devotional set. And it's a little truck where you can add different things in the back of the truck, like trees or pumpkins or presents. It's a really cute stamp. So those are kind of 2 extras that you can add on. There's also the Alpha that is available. So that is a 6x8 stamp called Beatitude Alpha. There's also a 6x8 stamp, Bethlehem Numbers. So that is a really pretty grungy number look with a snow globe and nativity scene. There's also a 4x6 stamp called Bethlehem Ornament that has an ornament and different things that you can add into that ornament. So both the ornament and the snow globe with the numbers, the things that are extra with that, they can be interchanged or changed with the snow globe or ornament. So you can put those things inside either one of those. So those are kind of cool that they go together. And then there's a 4x6 stamp set of Christmas sentiments. So those are kind of some extras that I don't have on hand, but I wanted to let you know about. Okay, so these are actually the 5 add-on stamps. So we have a bunch here. So we have the waffle knit, which I had asked about doing. So I'm really excited to show you this. You have autumn doors. So let me show you the back side of that. Beautifully colored in, but definitely a lot of things to do with that. You have a little lamp post in there as well. And it looks like a little light that you can put behind here, maybe. That'd be cool with some glossy accents. Or the lamppost. You have healing leaves. So that, oh, that's cool how they made that kind of together. I like that. So healing leaves, finding rest. So this one has both Christmas and fall elements. So you have your fireplace where you could add on this little pumpkin scene on top of your mantle, or you can do more of a Christmas scene. There's a little kitty cat. There's one of those chairs as well, some stockings, some blankets, rolled up blankets, a basket of pumpkins there. So definitely a way to make a scene with that. Look how cute that is. And then lastly, you have harvest barns. So you have your windmill, you have little tiny chickens, you have two different barns, a chicken house, and a little kind of, I can't think right now, but a little bowl. That's not the word I want to say. But anyways, you have a thing of flowers or leaves. I'm going to think of this word. I'm just having, you know, my brain's not working right now. And a bench. So we're going to just move on from that because I'm going to think of that. A barrel. Got it now. See, I knew it was going to happen as soon as I gave up. But for this stamp set, I know that it can look scary. So I want to show you what it looks like stamped out. So give me 1 second. Okay, we're back and we're ready. So with this stamp, it looks a little scary because it's dark, but don't worry. What I would do with this stamp is I would stamp it not perfectly. I like the grungy kind of look, the distressed look. And this is the first time I'm using it. So I'm going to kind of rub it and get that film off of it. Bear with me for a second. I'm just rubbing it to get that film and make sure that the ink will stay put on it. And I'm going to use a light ink. So I've decided on some pumice stone. I think that would go well with this kit, but you can also do some browns or colors or whatnot. And I'm just using some computer paper, so bear with me. I just didn't want to waste paper because I'm kind of stingy like that. So anyways, I'm going to rub it on, kind of get a good ink amount on there. Okay, there we go. We're going to try this together, guys. So for, oops, got a little piece there that fell. For something like this, I'm going to just kind of place and rock. So, oh yes, I love it. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a staple for me. Okay. So you don't even have to do all the edges. Let me do this again on the back side. And I'm choosing to just rub because when I was stamping down, maybe it's because my ink pads really, I don't know, really inky, that I was kind of getting lines when I was just using it stamping down. And maybe it's because it's so like solid almost. So if I'm just going to rub the edges a little bit so I get, gonna dab a little bit so I don't get a harsh line even if the edges get pushed down, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna see what that looks like. So let's do this. So what I would do after this is I would come in with, look at this. Okay. Look at this texture, guys. So anyways, like I said, rubbing the outer edge, I could have rubbed it a little bit better. Make sure, let me do this one more time because I'm having fun here. So if I just do the center, ink the center, and then, yeah, that's the way to do it. If you don't want the edges, just ink kind of the center. And then you're going to get that beautiful design without the edges. So that was from a different one. But right there is from that. Let's try it again. So just kind of ink up then press. Ta-da! So you're not going to get the edges if you just ink up the center or wash or, you know, rub off the center or edges, sorry, with a cloth or towel. So I'm going to just kind of spray that. Now, I would not just use this alone. I mean, I would use it alone for a background, but how I would probably do it is to, in terms of my husband, I would blush it up. I would kind of use a different color or the same color. This has brown on it, so I'm getting a little bit of a different color on here than just pumice stone. But I would use some color in the background and then stamp on it, or you can do it after like this as well. But that's going to kind of help this background stamp melt in. So that is something that I'm really excited for, this background stamp. But let me also show you this stamped out. Don't mind me that I just crumpled that up. Okay, so with this one, same kind of thing. Let me move stuff around so I don't lose it. I will show you both ways, I guess. So Distress Oxide isn't going to give you the best impression, because the best impression is going to be with some VersaFine ink, because it really gets those fine details, and this is a very fine detail stamp. But if you're just working for a background, some Distress Oxide can give some cool designs. So with this one, I just kind of put it down and pressed in different areas. Lift it up. You can press it over here. So you can get different designs and even second, third generation stamping. So that is kind of how I tend to use this kind of stamp. But if you wanted to get a really detailed look, you can use a stamp positioning tool. This is just computer paper, guys, so I'm not planning on keeping it, but you could keep it and use it for a background. So with this one, what I would, oh, I already got some impression because I had some pumice stone still left on it. So if you want a really good impression though, I would normally put my little magnets up there to hold that paper, but I'm just kind of getting this done as fast as possible. Okay, so here we go. And actually, I have this fun little hockey puck thing that what is it called? No, not foosball. It's one of those hockey games. Air hockey, there we go. Air hockey little things that you can create yourself or purchase from someone, but it's a great way to get a nice impression on here. Okay, let's see how this came out. So if I had my magnets down, I could redo this again. This is not the stamp's fault. It's my own fault for not pressing down enough. So I need to press down more up here, and over here I can even see it on the stamp. Yeah, it's just those areas. So I'm not sure if this will be perfect because I didn't put my magnets down, and I should have. I knew I should have when I did this. So I'm just rubbing it. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's getting better, but with a stamp positioning tool, I can use that over and over again and get a better impression. So this is what it's going to look like if you want that really clear look. And it did pretty good actually, even though I didn't have my magnets. So you can do like a background look, or you can have, you know, a very clear impression. I could cut this out and just use this as a background of a cluster and do whatever I want with it. So anyways, those are the 2 extra little stamps that I wanted to show you, so you had some clarity on how to use them. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you liked seeing my different ideas for the stamps. I know I used to do that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you're going to purchase this kit. This is releasing Friday. I'm releasing this video on Thursday, but it is releasing tomorrow, Friday, October 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me over there at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and I'll try to link all the links in the description. Once the kit releases, they will be down there as well, but also my affiliate link will be down there. So if you are planning on purchasing this kit, I would be so grateful if you use that affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but does go on to help me and my family. So thank you so much for that, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye guys.